Hey guys, this is Dam Crypto here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit the 1000 subscribers mark. So in today's video, I'm going to go through some of the latest update for Sphere because Sphere is constantly coming up with big updates. So this update, I think, is one of the biggest for Sphere in the whole of Sphere's project because they're going to remove one of the key component of Sphere, which is the rebases. So I'm only going to go through the more important point of the summary of the AMA yesterday. And you can see that one of the biggest point is that they're going to stop the rebases on the 8th of June. So that's not too far out. It's almost like less than a week out. And they're going to do a couple of fixes, I think some hot fixes on some of the issues. And they're also mentioning that there's different blockchains that want Sphere to be built on their blockchains. I think this is kind of emphasizing that Sphere is quite prominent in the space where people are fighting to either partner up or to work with Sphere. So that's also quite a good sign for Sphere. And you can see the other points that they're going to update the dashboard, which shows the revenue and other stats. So this is also really great because I've always wondered what Sphere's revenue is from T2, from all the liquidity pool, the fees, and all the stuff they've been doing that are generating revenue. So I really like this transparency from Sphere, right? And they're going to add other stats as well. So I think if you look at Sphere's stats, right, you can see that everything is very transparent, like the buy and sell tax, transfer tax, everything is on the dashboard, right? And they're going to add more stats like the revenue and the other stats that will help improve the user interface and the experience for using Sphere. So I think other projects like, for example, Titano or Seifu, they have a lot of stats, but the stats are quite useless in the sense that they are not stats for the users. They're just numbers on the dashboard to make it look like it's very detailed. But I think Sphere has this advantage where they always put the things that users want to see, and they're very transparent with showing users the statistics and the numbers. So T2 is also going to offer a first cross-chain liquid wrapper token, which will allow Ethereum vote on Polygon. I'm not sure how many people actually use this function. I don't know how big this is. More important one, I think, is that the buy and sell tax is going to stay without the rebases. So that I thought was quite interesting because that means that people that buy into Sphere, right, they are not going to get rebases, but they're going to get tax. So off the bat, if they're going to come in and out of Sphere, they are going to lose 33%. But I think this component might be balanced out or could be balanced out based on the demand of Sphere token, because as Sphere goes to full deflationary, right, they are going to try to do more burn and reduce the supply of Sphere. And whenever people buy the Sphere token, right, there's going to be demand on top of the reducing supply of Sphere. So I think in the end, this buy and sell tax would probably be not so significant. I'm not sure, but I think we will see how it goes. I think this is the first time that in a long while I've seen the rebases being removed. I've seen project that rebases either dropped or declined significantly, like maybe from a couple of thousands percent to hundreds of percent. But even then, the project started to decline in price. So I'm not sure how well the full deflationary will go in relation to keeping the buy and sell tax. So we will have to see what happens in the upcoming months. And then Sphere Games is also going to change because Sphere Games used to be funded by the rebases, and now they're going to change it, but they're going to keep Sphere Games. So that's one of the update as well. Then they're going to have a new platform called Prion where they're going to have looping of loans. So I'm not sure how this is going to function, but it worries me a little, but I hope they don't allow people to over leverage, because that was what kind of killed Wonderland, the project that was really hot last year. So if you guys don't know about Wonderland, Wonderland used to have like this loan aspect, right, where people could wrap their token and they could go and get a loan and then use leverage to farm even more yield, right? So I'm not sure whether this is similar to that or not, but I hope they learn from the mistakes of Wonderland. But I do think that every time I follow Sphere updates, right, I always see that they do improve on a lot of the other older projects. So I think they won't make that mistake again. So when the update comes, right, they're also going to have a smaller liquidity pool due to two reasons, where they have less tables than the wrapped matic in the treasury to be used as liquidity pool. And then if there's going to be an initial dump, the liquidity won't be affected as much, and they will inject liquidity over time into the liquidity pool. So you can see that Sphere, I think they planned out this version 2.1 quite well, because I think they are anticipating, right, that when they implement this version 2.1 along with these rebases being stopped, I think they foresee that Sphere's price could drop and people might start attacking the project, right, from competitors or whoever, right, because there's people out there that are competitors of Sphere, and they might try to attack Sphere when they have this significant change in rebases going full deflationary, and then they're going to have a big update update, so that people might come to interfere Sphere's momentum. So I think you can see that Sphere's team really thought about how they're going to play around people trying to dump the project, whether be it sabotagers or people that are holding Sphere starting to exit out once the news is over, because it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event, right? So in that regard, I think Sphere's team has quite a strong execution and planning for the huge update. So I guess we will see how Sphere's price react to the implementation of the version 2.1 and what happens when they remove the rebaser. So I think it's going to be so interesting to see what happens to Sphere. And I think a lot of the other bigger projects out there like Seifu or Titano, they're also watching to see what happened to Sphere, because they are taking such a radical move away from the traditional high rebasers auto staking project. So I think this direction by Sphere could set a new standard for the auto staking space and allow others to follow along, because they're trying to do something so different that they're removing the rebasers, because that has always been the key attraction for so many projects and forks out there. So if you guys like the video, please give the video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.